I am the presenter of today's session, myself Janani from Infinity PMC Solutions, associated as Manager for Professional Services. So I am into project and cost management domain as a functional consultant and also doing implementation services. Certified trainer for RIB Costex, Oracle Primavera P6 and Power Project 4D BIM solution. So with a vast project experience in high-rise buildings, commercial and infrastructure projects. Today's webinar topic is about estimating earthwork volumes. So this is conducted by Infinity PMC Solutions. Agenda of today's webinar about IPMCS and Costex. We'll have a glance of types of excavation used for construction, and we'll also have a glance of conventional method, how we are going to calculate our earthwork volumes conventionally with our AutoCAD and MS Excel. And the same how it can be implemented in Costex and how it is going to be a time saver for our quantity takeoff. And finally, we'll have a Q&A session. We are Infinity PMC Solutions Private Limited, a project and cost management solution provider with a combined experience of over 20 years in the construction industry. We are providing training services and implementation services for top corporates. So we have certified trainers from Oracle, Exactor and PMI. So our services include consulting and implementation services like scheduler services, estimation QS services, implementation services for Primavera Costex, 4D and 5D BIM services, risk management and staff augmentation services. We are also into professional training services for solutions like I2 Costex, a 5D BIM estimation solution, Elocosoft Power Project, a 4D BIM planning and scheduling tool, Oracle Primavera P6, Oracle Primavera Risk Analysis, MS Project, and we are also into training of project management fundamentals and basics of adopting BIM concept for project management. Our technology partners, we are an exclusive Indian partner for I2 Costex with RIB. We are an Oracle Gold partner and we are in partnership with Oracle University for Oracle Primavera. So we are also partnership with Linear Project Management Solution for TurboChart, which is a linear project management tool, and Power Project with FND, which is a 4D planning and scheduling tool. At Risk, which is a risk management solution. Now we'll see a glance of Costex. So I2 Costex, which is a flagship product of RIB. So it is a complete 2D and 3D BIM estimating solution. Costex is a digital estimating software with universal application. We can call it as an all-in-one single integrated platform solution also, because here we can combine our complete estimation work right from quantity takeoff, creating our rate buildups or rate analysis towards estimate. So Costex supports both 2D and 3D files. Features of Costex: 2D measurement, BIM takeoff, auto revisioning, estimating workbooks, and report writer. Costex is a complete solution which is compatible with other tools also. So first we'll see about drawings. So Costex supports both 2D and BIM models for our quantity takeoff. So when we speak about 2D drawing, Costex supports PDF files, AutoCAD file, and image files such as JPEG, TIFF, PNG, GIF, etc. And same way for BIM model, Costex supports two extensions, which is IFC and DWF. In addition to that, RVT file is also supported in Costex, so which includes models from ArchiCAD, Tekla, MicroStation, Revit, Navisworks, SketchUp, etc. So these files are supported in terms of 2D and 3D models. And once we are done with our estimate, the same estimate can be exported to Excel, and we can also generate a report which is again exportable to PDF, RTF, HTML, image files, CSV or Excel file. And when we want to prepare an estimate, we can prepare a rate library inside Costex, which can be automatically imported from Excel. So if we have our complete project rate list in Excel, that can be automatically imported, which will be helpful for preparing our estimate. So Costex is a complete estimation solution which helps us to streamline our process from initial conceptual stage of estimation till handovering stage. Today's topic is earthwork volume, how to calculate earthwork volume in I2 Costex. So we have different methods of excavation which depends upon the type of project and type of soil. So some categories are being listed out here, which is like pocket or borrow excavation, which is useful for foundation, mass excavation for a larger area, trench or channel excavation, rock excavation, underground excavation, and topsoil excavation. So today our focus for calculating earthwork volumes is going to be with mass excavation. So if we are going to do mass excavation, again we are going to cover two different ways. One is using the grid line method for mass excavation, and another one is using the slope cutting method. First, we'll see about the grid line method. So when we are going to do our mass excavation using the grid line method, we'll receive our drawing, which will display our complete site information with contours, which depicts the topography of the soil, topography of the ground level of our site. And in addition to the topographies with contours, we'll also get information such as grids. Our site layouts will be bifurcated into different grids with different sizes, so which will depict the ground level at each and every different RLs. This is how our grid excavation drawing will be, and we'll be doing the same in Excel. So let us see first how that can be done in Excel. So I'll have a grid drawing which shows the complete site layout with grids separated. So when I want to prepare the same excavation quantity in Excel, so I'll just move to Excel. So what I'll do is I'll categorize my grids starting from 1 to till end of the grid. So I have to categorize as grid 1, grid 2, and I have to measure the area of each grid, most probably which will be same. And I have to take an average required level, which is RL. So which will be an average of RL 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I'll have a required RL based on the site information. So we'll have to calculate the difference in RL. So with arriving the difference in RL, difference in height between two different RLs, we have to find out whether it is a cutting volume or filling volume. So the excavation quantity what we are going to calculate. So based on that, again we have to bifurcate the soil which we are excavating based on different depth, like 0 to 4 meters, 4 meters and above, because the costing also will differ. The excavation costing also will differ. So what we'll do in the Excel is we'll include this area. Then from the AutoCAD drawing, we'll include 4 different RLs, and we'll be calculating the average one. So then we'll be assigning the formula which will be different for cut and fill quantity. So based on that, we'll arrive the total quantity of cut and fill, which will be the total excavation quantity. So the same we'll see how to do in Costex. The steps what we are going to follow in Costex is also, first we are going to identify, after identifying the required RL, which is here in Excel entered as 95.15. So then we are going to calculate the average RL based on the 4 different points, and we are going to calculate the difference in 2 RLs. So if the difference in RL we are getting as negative, then the quantity what we are going to calculate will be the cutting earthwork volume. So if it is going to be a positive value, then it will be a fill quantity. So to arrive this cut and fill volume, you are going to assign different formulas in Costex. I am going to Costex. So this is my entire site layout, which is bifurcated with different grids and different RLs. So if we take a single grid, it will have 4 different RLs at the corner points. So by measuring the 4 different grids with 4 different points, we will be able to calculate the total earthwork volume for the entire site layout. So for calculating the difference in RL, we need to have a cumulative information of the entire RL which is being given in the drawing. So what I have done is, so I have prepared an Excel sheet which is going to be my entire RLs which is given in the grid drawing, have entered in the Excel. So this is a one-time information. So this RL either we can prepare, or if possible we can collect it from a drafting person or the consultant of the excavation drawing. So after preparing this content in Excel, we can save this content in a CSV format. We can note it down. We can save this in a CSV format. So after saving it in a CSV format, we can go to standard variables option. So here I have saved those RLs. You can see this is my RL information. So this gives me complete RL information. So I'll be saving the complete RLs which is given at different points in Costex under standard variables. So I'll be importing it directly from the Excel. So after importing the RLs from Excel to Costex directly into variables, I'll start preparing the predefined template for calculating the excavation quantity. So I have created a folder as earthwork under which my dimension group name is excavation. Since I'm going to measure the grid of different grids, I have given the measurement type as area and default display as volume. So I haven't entered the width or height. So under custom quantities, I had taken 13 different custom quantities. This is a one-time predefined template creation, so which will ease our quantity takeoff. So I have given us RL 1, 2, 3, 4, from which I'll calculate the average RL, required RL will be entering manually, and difference in level, difference between average and required RL, from which we'll be calculating the cut volume and fill volume. And based out of the cut or fill volume, again we can bifurcate our quantity based upon volume up to 2 meters, 2 to 4 meters, 4 to 6, or after 6. So to bifurcate as per our BOQ specification. So then once I prepare this custom quantity, then I'll go to the measure dimensions tab here. So under RL1, I didn't type any RL. I am just going to link the variables. So we have imported our Excel into Costex into standard variables. So those variables I am just linking here. So RL1, RL2, RL3. So for 4 different RLs, I have linked the variables. I have not typed the RLs. So from which I have applied the formula for calculating the average RL, and the required RL from my drawing, it is 95.15 meter. So the difference in RL will be required RL minus average RL. Then again for calculating the cut and fill volume, if the difference in RL what I am receiving is less than 0, if it is a negative value, then the quantity what I am calculating is a cutting earthwork quantity. So if it is greater than 0, then it will be a fill volume. And again, so volume, either it is a cut volume or fill volume, I have bifurcated again up to 2 meters, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, after 6 by applying formulas. So we can see here. So this is a one-time predefined template for excavation what we are creating. So after preparing this template, I'm going to measure my grid. Say the first grid, I'll take this grid using shift. I'll click here. So now you can see the 4 different RLs here, which is 102.45, If we just type here, it will be listed down. You can see the complete RLs. So rather than typing manually from the drawing, from the drop down we can select. I'm selecting the 4 different RLs. So 4 different RLs for this particular grid I have selected now. So after that I'll choose update. So you can see, so in a single click, after entering all the 4 different RLs, we got the information for that particular grid, which is RL1 to RL4, average, required RL, difference in RL for this particular grid is minus 7.07, which indicates we have to cut our soil. So that is why here it is showing as cut volume. And based upon that cut volume total 176.83, again it has bifurcated according to the level wise, up to 2 meter, till 4 meter, till 6 meter, and after 6 meter. So the same way I'm going to select the next grid using shift. I'll select the grid. So I'll select the RL here. From the drop down I can select 102.45, 101.671, 0.754. So I'll select from the drop down update. So here we'll get a track of which grids we have done, and if we have any if we have done any mistakes in entering the grids, we can cross check easily. So where it is a time taking process with the conventional estimation of doing with Excel. So here we'll get a track of which grids we have covered, which and all has yet to be covered for quantity takeoff. The same way I'm clicking here. So this is 101.84, 101.915. So just type. So from the drop down we can select after that 0.15, then 101.617. 17. So again I have chosen 4 different RLs. So since the entire ground quantity is above 100 in my case, in my drawing, so the quantity what I am calculating will be a cut volume. So just we'll assume my required RL instead of 95.15, which I have mentioned in the dimension group, instead of that I am choosing the same quantity to be the same required RL as a 102 or 104 meters. So just for an example, so I'm going to change this excavation dimension group. So I'm editing the property of the dimension group here under required RL. So as here it is 95.15, I'm going to make changes, a small change as 104, just to show you how the quantity will automatically change it to fill volume. So now 104 is a required RL. So here also you can see excavation quantity total, it is 521. Instead of that I'm updating now. So if you see here, the quantity will be automatically changed to fill volume, and your quantity is also in negative, which indicates we have to fill the quantity. So in this way, just by assigning the formula one time, like how we do in the conventional way, we can create this template, the dimension group one time by inserting the formula. So after which we can just trace out the areas of the grid directly from the drawing. So it will give us a complete information. What is the cut volume? What is the difference in RL? So you can see a complete information. So just tracing your grid and entering your selecting your 4 different RL points from the drop down will save your time in quantity takeoff. So just, even after you want to, if you want to cross check your RL information for each and every grid, it will again be a easier task for you to cross check. So this is about grid line excavation. So moving to our presentation. So next is about the slope cutting method. So in addition to the mass excavation with grid line method, we'll have our slope cutting method also, so that we'll have to excavate our quantity which is beyond our retaining walls. So we'll receive our drawing with indicating the slope for different sections and indicating the length of the slope also. So again we have to manipulate the formula in Excel. So now we'll see how this is done in Excel and how this is done in Costex. So moving to Excel. So here is a slope cutting method formula I have applied in Excel. So I have to categorize it section wise and I have to measure the length of the slope from the AutoCAD drawing, and I have to enter the slope from the AutoCAD drawing. I have to measure the degree of slope, and from that slope again I have to calculate the average height by inserting a formula, and average RL also, then seconds, average of first slope, second slope, and I have to again find the base quantity, base of different slope. So from this calculation of height and base, so to calculate the excavation quantity, I will be applying the formula for triangle, which is like half BH. So after applying this much formula, we will arrive at the quantity for excavation. So this same slope cutting quantity can be calculated easily in Costex. So the same slope cutting quantity. So I have created a dimension group. So again under custom quantities, I just entered the sloping length as the perimeter, and in measured dimensions, so I have entered the formula as the area which I am going to measure, the sloping area multiplied by length. Length is sectional length of the particular slope. And again the length of the slope, I don't have to measure manually each and every time because I'll have the information. So those length of different section of slope, I have created here under dimension group variables just by inserting. So you can enter your complete length of slope. Say I have just taken 3 different measurements, like one is 55, 60, 70. After entering it, so the length of the slope I have linked to length field. So this length multiplied by the area of the slope what we are going to measure directly from the drawing will give us the complete quantity, excavation quantity for the sloping one. So the again measurement type I have chosen as area and default display as volume. Update. So my sloping drawing is in another layout. So this is a site topography layout with contours, and here is my excavation sloping section. Say this is section 1. So here you can see, here I have the section 1. This is what the section 1. The section 1 length is what, 55 meters. So if we measure the distance, we'll get to know what is the length of the section. So I'm taking from retaining wall end to end. Say it's 55 meters. So now what I'm going to do is, after creating the dimension group, I'll select the slope cutting dimension group. I'll start measuring the area of the sloping portion directly from the drawing. So instead of applying multiple formulas to convert degrees to radians, I'll start directly measuring here. So I'll measure this area in just a few clicks. So here, as we have linked the length of slope, you can see 55 meters. You can choose from the drop down and select 55 meters is the length of the slope. Now the measured sloping area multiplied by length of the slope gives the volume. So I'm updating it. So now you can see the volume is 868.89 meter cube. Length of the slope, as we have chosen from the drop down, as 55 meters, and area of the measured portion is 15.80. The same way we can start measuring the next sloping area. So this will, again, we can save our time, and quantity can be cross-checked easily since we are tracing directly from the drawing. So from the drop down, I select the length of the slope. So this is 60 meters. This section 2 length is 60 meters. So now this volume is 931. So here we'll get the total slope cutting volume, which is 1800. Total cut volume, since we have measured just 3 grids, here we can see the total cut volume is 521 meter cube. So now when we want to link the same in our BOQ, so I'll just show you how to link in BOQ. I have taken BOQ, which is directly imported from Excel. So here I have the first line item, which is earthwork in excavation. So I'll choose the subtotal one. Here, as per my BOQ convention, as I have bifurcated my dimension group quantities, say my excavation is classified as up to 2 meter, 0 to 2 meter, 2 to 4, and 4 to 6. So now when I want to link the quantity, just I'll drag and drop it here. So from the drop down, I'll directly choose volume up to 2 meter. So which is 150. Same way again, drop down. Now I'll choose the quantity, which is 2 to 4 meter, and again 4 to 6 meters. So if we want, we can include a line which will show above 6 meters. So I'm inserting a row. So this is above 6 meter. So I'll directly link. From the drop down, I'll select quantity above 6 meter, which is 71. Now our complete information for earthwork is with costing is 1,01,422, which gives us the rate, and the quantity whatever we have linked from the dimension group is linked to our drawing, excavation drawing. Say by giving show source, at any point of time you can see your drawing and you can cross check your drawing also with the RL. Since we have linked every quantity, since we have linked the area, linked the RL, and our information, quantity information is again linked with the estimate. So this is what streamlining our excavation quantity, right from measuring the grid, RLs, and populating into the estimate. Moving back, so this is our first heading. So we have seen about excavation with grid line and slope cutting method. So moving back to our presentation. So we have completed the estimating earthwork volume with Costex. So we'll see what are the benefits of Costex. So as I told earlier, we can save our time with Costex as it is a completely integrated estimation and takeoff solution. So it helps us to get the job done quickly and accurately. We can eliminate our errors. It has an auto revisioning facility also. And this Costex is a future proof as it supports 5D BIM. We can impress our clients with professional reports for our BOQs and cost plans. Since this reduces our paper dependency, we can eliminate the clutters. And as it is working on the advanced platform, which helps us to have a breakdown estimates in specific details, we will not be missing any quantity or any line item in our BOQ. So B Infinity PMC Solutions are into training services for I2 Costex. So we provide Costex fundamentals training with 2D and preparing the complete estimates with 2D drawing. Costex advanced training, working with BIM and preparing the estimate from the BIM model. We are also providing product-based training like Costex 2D and Costex with BIM. And we are also providing a role-based training for quantity surveyors, estimators, contractors, and senior management. How Costex can fit for these roles as per their roles and requirements, we will provide our training. Thank you, participants. Thanks for your time. So you can reach us for license inquiry to the mentioned mail ID. If you have any inquiries related to training, you can reach us at training@ipmcs.in, and you can also note down the mobile numbers. So feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Participants are requested to share their valuable feedback. So if you have any queries, you can share your queries in the chat box, or you can unmute and you can ask.